Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever vlog video of Calibrated Gamer. I'm of course Calibrated Gamer, and this vlog video is also for my time with Tolly. Yeah. Basically the way these vlogs are going to work is I'm going to talk about whatever random crap I want to talk about. It's not specifically any information or any set guideline or topic. It's literally going to just be whatever topic I want to talk about for that month. So I hope you guys enjoy. Also, these vlogs are actually private videos for patrons for my new My Time with Tolly Patreon page, which you can see on the screen right now. As of the moment, I think these vlog videos are going to be private to the $10 patrons for the page, and then after a month, maybe 2 months, they will be made public for everyone to see. Or I may just very well keep them private. I'm not quite sure yet, but as of the moment, that's the plan. So either way, hopefully you enjoy this video. Okay, I joked about this when I first came up with the idea of coming up with vlogs. I'm going to talk about the topic that everyone already knows the topic of, as far as like everyone already knows this mindset, but I'm going to talk about Paper Mario and why Thousand Year Door is the best game ever. But what some of you may not know, and what many of you probably do know, is that Paper Mario Thousand Year Door to this day is one of my all-time favorite video games. So for those of you that know the Paper Mario series, it's no surprise that you probably already know my opinion on some of the other Paper Mario games, etc. But I'm going to talk about it anyway, because this is my first vlog video, and why not? Why not get ranty and rambly about a game that's been out for way too long? So quick history on the Paper Mario series. The first Paper Mario game, Paper Mario, came out on the Nintendo 64, and it was the spiritual successor to the game Super Mario RPG. Both games were great. Super Mario RPG was an awesome game and way ahead of its time, and Paper Mario was a good, not successor, but a spiritual successor. It wasn't a sequel, but it kind of continued this Mario RPG idea. And it wasn't initially going to be called Paper Mario. I forget what the initial title was, but because this isn't a review, so I don't have to do actual research. But the point is that it ended up being named Paper Mario just because of the stylized visuals of the game. And I love that game. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not my favorite. It is the second favorite in the series for me, but it's a good one. It's a little slow for my speed, and some people will say that Thousand Year Door is a little slow at times, and it can be. It's very dialogue heavy at times, but it's... But anyway, let me just... so, Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64. Then next came Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for the GameCube. It was a masterpiece. So many people love it, and for anyone that is a fan of the Paper Mario series, if you've started from the beginning, most likely Thousand Year Door is your favorite game ever. Unless you didn't play Thousand Year Door, then the original would be your favorite game ever. And not to say that the other games aren't good, just to say that this is the best one. For number 3, we had Super Paper Mario for the Wii. It wasn't a bad game, kind of strayed from the formula a little bit, kind of ruined the franchise, but by itself, it wasn't bad, and the story in it was great. And then, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. And then Paper Mario Sticker Star came into existence for the 3DS, and the Paper Mario series was lost to us. Then canonically in the series, I think the next one was sorta kinda this Mario and Luigi Paper Mario game that came out, but that's not technically a Paper Mario game, and it's not going to be included in kind of my history of Paper Mario. However, the next game in the series, and currently the most recent, is Paper Mario Color Splash, which I haven't played yet, and I'm looking to give it a try. I heard it was better than Sticker Star, but it's still going away from the RPG aspects of the original games, which, why even? Why? Why, Nintendo? Why? So I'm going to kind of rush through this as quickly as I can. So Paper Mario, the original one, was a great game. It was a fun game. It was an RPG about Mario playing with some different sidekicks, some different buddies, and going on this adventure to save Princess Peach from Bowser, who has gotten, I think, like the Star Wand or something, and he is trying to rule the world, and it's great. It's a fun game. I love it. I really do. It had great controls. It had hilarious character dialogue, it had funny story, it had good plot. I mean, as far as a Mario game, you know, getting kidnapped and stuff. It had great locations, great new characters, and I think my favorite thing about the Paper Mario series, and the thing that they ruin in the later games, is the fact that you're not just interacting with Toads. You're not just, I mean, up until now, Toads and Yoshi. That was basically the only other creatures you interacted with besides your humanoid friends. But now, all of a sudden, there's all these enemies and monsters who aren't enemies and monsters. They're just different species, like Koopas and Goombas, that help you on your quest, and towns full of them that are super helpful and friendly, and that's cool. Atmospherically and just thematically, that's very interesting, and I like that, and why did they ruin that? Okay, stepping back a bit. And then came the miraculous game of Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door took everything that Paper Mario had. It threw in a little bit of experimentation, not much, just enough to make it a different game, but virtually the same as far as the core outline. And it built on that strong foundation. It took out the weak parts, it strengthened some of the strong parts, and then added some stronger parts. And it was beautiful. I don't know why it's so hard to take a good game and make it better. And I don't make games, so I'm not judging. But I don't know how they could go so far from freaking Thousand Year Door. You had it, guys, you had it! But I digress. Basically, Thousand Year Door had faster controls. It had more controls. Basically, the combat, you could fight enemies on this stage, and it was really fun. And there's these stylish moves that give you extra strength. And it was like, it rewarded you for timing your attacks. And it was really fun, because you got into the groove of like timing certain attacks really well, so then you started focusing on certain attacks. And then you would put badges on, which would strengthen certain attacks, which would give you separate and different attacks. And you would basically, every person plays that game differently. Because the cool thing is, with the badges, with power-ups, etc., you can basically set up Mario and your team to play however you want. If you want to focus on health, if you want to focus on melee strength, if you want to focus on magic points or flower points or whatever it's called in that game, then you can. And like literally every person that plays that game has a different experience based on how their playstyle is. And that's clever! It's great! Why did it change? I think if I ever were to make a review series or a review channel, that I would talk about Thousand Year Door. Because honestly, it's been talked about to death. If you know a Paper Mario fan, you're probably sick and tired of hearing them talk about Thousand Year Door. And there's fans out there that say, well, the other games aren't that bad. You know, like the other games are good too, or I like Sticker Star the best. I don't. JonTron, he posted about enjoying Sticker Star when the game came out, and I lost a little bit of respect that day. I modeled my beard after you, sir. A little too much information about me. And then the next game that came out was Super Paper Mario, which was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I think I only played it like twice compared to Thousand Year Door, playing it all, and I didn't complete it twice. I completed it once and started through a second playthrough and stopped playing it. While Thousand Year Door, I've beaten 14? A lot. I've beaten it a lot. Super Paper Mario backtracked. The story was much better. The story was amazing. People that do applaud Super Paper Mario applaud the story and the characters, because it had a story and characters, which was kind of weird and new for a Paper Mario game, for a Mario game in general. But they took a 2D character in a 3D world, and they placed him in a 2D world with a 3D ability. Basically, they advertised Super Paper Mario, and this was red flags for me. They advertised him as a 2D Mario stuck in a 2D world with the ability to flip into the 3D world for limited amounts of time. Imagine if you were yourself in a 3D world, in your bedroom, in your dorm room, whatever, and for years, you've been walking around in 3D like nothing, and then all of a sudden, you flatten up against that wall, and you're stuck in a 2D world. But hey, as long as you can hold your breath, you can jump back into the 3D world, no sweat. So you can go into the next room, but you better not let go of that breath, because then you're gonna get stuck on the wall again until you can catch your breath. What? And then the thing that annoyed me most about that game is they took away the RPG aspects. I think you could still level up characters technically, but it focused way more on platforming like a Mario game. It focused way more on attacking enemies in person melee like a Mario game. And they introduced the ability to like play as Mario, Bowser, Peach, and Luigi. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was the first game I played as Bowser, and that was fun, and I liked playing as Luigi in the game, and that's great, guys, really. But when you take away the RPG of Paper Mario, you slowly started this decline of the other games. Super Paper Mario was the last Paper Mario game that I enjoyed. It is the third in the ranking list right now with it being Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario, and then Super Paper Mario. And then next, technically the last place, Sticker Star. Now, don't get me wrong, Sticker Star wasn't a terrible game. I played it, I enjoyed aspects of it, and I enjoyed the idea. Conceptually, it had a lot of good things going for it, but it backtracked again. This time, they brought back some of the RPG aspects as far as battles. And that's great. We liked the battles in the first two games. We didn't like not having the battles in the third game. Bring it back. That's awesome. That's a step in the right direction. But they took away all of Mario's abilities and made it to where you could only attack using stickers. Because what we needed in a Paper Mario game, a game where our favorite hero Mario is made out of paper, what we needed was gimmicks. Cause that's what we needed. This game is by far the most tedious, backtracking-y, time-consuming, just bore of a Mario game. And if your opinion is different, by all means, that is great. I did enjoy playing this game at times. It's hard to explain. Certain levels were more fun than others, and then once you really figured something out, it was very rewarding at times, but sometimes it wasn't even rewarding. Sometimes you got to the next area and you feel incomplete because it took so dang long to get there. The biggest thing about this game, about Sticker Star, that I just hated was the fact that it wasn't lived in. In Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, there were these worlds full of different towns, different areas, different arenas in the sky, different trains going across the country that had all sorts of different species, all sorts of different monsters, all sorts of different characters, stuff we had never seen before. And it no longer felt like a game, like a Mario game especially. It felt like a world that you were taking part in. It no longer felt like a game, especially not a Mario game. It made it feel like an experience. All of a sudden, I'm interacting with all these different Goombas when previously I would just jump on their heads. I'm going from town to town to town, exploring new areas, new characters. Every single person had a name and a backstory. Legitimately, seriously, in Paper Mario 1, maybe every character didn't have a name, but in Paper Mario 2, there is literally a character that you can walk up to any item or any person in the area, press their little button, and they tell you their name, or at least like what it thinks their name is, and like something about them. Then Super Paper Mario made this hub world that connected to different dimensions, and each dimension basically existed in a different realm of like just being. So they had different art styles and they had different characters, all the characters being based more off of like the internet and such than Nintendo Mario, and hey, that's great. It was weird and experimental, but it worked very well because it felt lived in. It wasn't just worlds and levels, it was open areas, it was different areas of life, and Mario wasn't necessarily the star, he was just living in the world like everyone else was. There were people that praised Mario's name in all 3 of those games. There were people who didn't give a crap who he was because they were living their life, and that's awesome. Then Sticker Star decided, hey, why not just make one town of Toads, and that's it. Not one town of special, specific, different Toads, like the first 2 games had, mind you, where one is a professor that reads these books, and one is a chef that can cook you things, and 3 of them are these traveling sisters that you'll see in every world. No, they're all the same Toad, and it's a town of them. And besides that, there are virtually no other interesting interactable characters in the entire game, and they are not interesting. The only other character I remember in the entire game of Sticker Star, besides Kamek being a pain in my tail, he's the mini-boss that appeared in the game, was the Wiggler. And that was only because that entire world was a pain in my tail, but the Wiggler himself was pretty adorable. Sticker Star tried too hard to be a Mario game, when it should have been trying harder to be a Paper Mario game. It wanted the worlds, and it wanted the levels, and that's fine. I have nothing against the level design. I have nothing against, picking up a game, clicking on worlds, and going to levels. I would prefer open world exploration, but hey, that's not for everyone, I guess. Although it is, what the majority of the fans want, so maybe you should consider that next time. And Sticker Star was so tedious. Basically, the way it worked was, as far as why it was tedious, one of the many, many reasons, was because you had to collect stickers to use the stickers as attacks. Once you collected a sticker, you had it in your little sticker album, which only held so many stickers. Once you used the sticker, it was gone forever. You could find another one, or a copy, or go back to the level that you got it at, but you'd have to backtrack to go find it. Certain bosses required certain stickers to even be beat. The thing is, these stickers are special stickers, item stickers, and you have to find specific items in the levels to beat these bosses with. These items are hidden, they're not told to you that they're specifically anywhere. You have to find them in a level, remember what level they're in to go back to them, backtrack to that level, travel through the level to get the item, if you ever found it to begin with, or if you even know what item you're looking for, then go back to the boss to use the item and hope and pray it's the right item you're looking for. It was fun a couple of times. Use a baseball bat to smack a pokey out of a baseball stadium, and use a vacuum cleaner to suck away a sandstorm. I love that. That's hilarious. But backtracking here, yon, and yonder to go get all those items over and over and over again, especially since some of those items you had to get more than once, was not fun or funny. There needed to be a better, even if the levels showed a little icon that says, hey, these are the items you found in this level. Not saying, hey, here's the items you missed, just saying, you found the baseball bat in this level. That would have been peachy. Because then I wouldn't have had to grab my strategy guide every single time I wanted to find a different item. And I could go on and on and on about why I hate Sticker Star. Did you know that Sticker Star is the only Paper Mario game, virtually the only Mario game, that I've ever played and I haven't beaten? With the exception of Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, but screw that game. No, here's the thing. It's not that I couldn't beat the game. I got to the last world. I got to the last level of the world, about to face the final boss. I was facing against Kamek, which if you've played far enough in Sticker Star, you know he is a pain in the butt mini-boss that they kept bringing back, cycling through the game as if he was fun the first time. Literally an enemy that takes the one gimmick the game forces on you and forces it against you. Clever, if I liked the gimmick to begin with. But I got to Kamek in that super annoying boss battle, super tedious, about to face Bowser or whoever was behind door number 2, and I realized there was no reason to beat the game. The only reason I had continued that far in the game, the only reason I kept playing it, was because I kept hoping that it would get better, or that there would be some gimmick that would make it worth it, or that anything more fun or better was on the other side of the next door. So when the other side of that door is the ending to a game that you couldn't care about for 6 worlds or however many worlds are in that game, you just don't beat it. I literally left that save file, never went back to that save file. I started a new save file because I wanted to give this game a second chance. And I did. I played all the way through the first world and partially through the second world on my second playthrough. But I had to force myself to play it the second time around because literally I was just hoping maybe I was looking at it through glasses of nostalgia, my little rose-colored glasses. Maybe I love Thousand Year Door too much that I let it mess up like my view of this game. Maybe from just a gamer standpoint, I was too harsh. And I don't think I was. I will never play it again. In fact, next time I see it, I'm going to sell it or give it away because anyway, this video has gone on for way too long. I am going to edit the crap out of it, and it is still probably going to be way too long, so I apologize about that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog video. Oh, by the way, there is another, like I mentioned, canonical Paper Mario game in the canonical Paper Mario series, and that is Paper Mario Color Splash. Never played it. Sticker Star left such a bad taste in my mouth that I wasn't interested in playing it. Now, I have heard that Color Splash is a better step in the right direction from Sticker Star, but it still uses the same gimmicky mechanic. So obviously Nintendo didn't really learn too much of their lesson in Sticker Star. Not to mention, I think it's on the Wii U and I haven't had a Wii U, so another reason why I haven't played it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry this video is too long. I'm seriously going to try to edit the crap out of it, but I ramble, and it might just be a 30-minute video. I don't know. I do want to take a moment to personally thank the first 2 patrons for the Patreon page. First of all, we have my buddy Grayson, who has donated $1, which doesn't seem like much, but doesn't seem like much, but $1 a month really helps. I mean, it does once it adds up. So, hey, if you have $1 to give every month, why not do that reward? And the second guy I want to thank is my buddy Josh S., who has donated $10 for the first month and plans to keep donating $10, so good on you, Josh. That is super awesome. He got multiple rewards, which are listed on the Patreon page for that $10, including this vlog video. This vlog video is for everyone, of course, but since he unlocked it, as it were, I was happy to, make the video for him and for you guys. This is the same Josh who has appeared in multiple series of mine, Amnesia 1 and Amnesia 2, and maybe some other series. And he does this fan dub of Nisekoi, and he's working on animations, and I'm going to link in the description below one of his sites, either his YouTube channel or something. So go check him out, please, and thank you. But thank you for watching, subscribe to stay calibrated, and let me know in the comments down below what the topic of the next video should be. Be sure to donate to the Patreon page if you haven't, and this video has been made public so that you can see more videos like these, but more specifically, so you can get the other rewards that are on the Patreon page, as well as so you can just help us make a super awesome time-traveling comedic adventure cartoon show. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!